place where you feel loved and you feel like someone really needs you and wants you around, man, tutoring is the way to do it.
You know, it makes you feel good that you've had an impact on the fact that they're going to hopefully be successful.
Working with kids, helping them achieve a brighter future. We have a lot of social work majors, we have psychology majors, we have nursing majors.
Great people to work with and a great environment to be in.
Inevitably, it's always yes, because we've never had a bad experience with America Reads Tutors.
And he did. Spot kissed the cup and said, "Someday I will play you back."
Oh, go back.
Pay you back.
Good.
We work with local elementary schools and we help facilitate their reading programs by providing PLU tutors that work 4 times a week and they're paid from their community work study funds. So America Reads started as a grassroots national campaign. It was started by former President Clinton, and the idea was that we give more support to the elementary schools. He started this program and it was federally mandated that 7% of all community work study funds go towards literacy. So any university within the United States has to expend that 7%. So that's how students are paid, through the community work study. And then it just grew from there and it's continued on since the early 90s.
Getting into this program was pretty easy, straightforward interview process. I think being an English major helped, but certainly is not required for this position.
I got interested. I was just browsing online for different work-study jobs, and this one really popped out because I love working with kids. I'm a psychology major, and I plan on going to grad school and eventually becoming a clinical psychologist, and might be working with children in the future. I really enjoy it, so hopefully I'll get a chance to do that.
Education interests me, how we learn, especially at young ages. I find that really interesting, but I just took on this job to make some extra money, but I really enjoy it, which is surprising for a job.
But the flexibility is wonderful for me, and I've been able to stay at the same school for the past 4 semesters, which has been great because I can really see these kids grow, and it's just really nice to be able to have a job with that kind of flexibility.
There are a couple of job requirements, one of which is that you need to have community work study as a part of your financial aid, and you can apply for that through the financial aid office. You have to be eligible for it, and then you need to go through a background check. You also need to have availability. Most of the positions that we have available are in the morning, and then you can apply online on the student employment website. We hire about 50 students a year for the program. Anywhere from 50 to 100 people apply for the positions, and we do one-on-one interviews with each student. And we hire based on experience, the interview process, and then based on their availability and whether they have community work study funds.
Christensen has kind of a unique reading program. The 4th and 5th graders do a program called Read Naturally, where they read a story and they have to answer comprehension questions and write a summary and a prediction as well. So it's really nice working with them because you can really see the progress that they're making throughout the semester.
When I started with the kindergartners, I would do flashcards, just like ABC flashcards, and we do those over and over. And I do something called the alphabet arc, where they take like little letter shapes and then they match it up on an alphabet arc. And then today I was doing assessments just to make sure that they know all of their letters and their sounds.
With 1st and 3rd grade, we do a program where they're reading books with each other individually and with each other in a small group. And they really seem to thrive off of one another.
We provide basic literacy training for all of our tutors before they start, and we do that 2 times through the semester. We have once before you start and then midway through the semester. We also have a reflection component that's built into our program. You meet with the tutors at your school site twice a month for up to an hour at a time, and that time is paid for. You talk about your experiences, ask any questions, you get program updates from myself.
This job really benefits the teacher
as well as me, because I know she has a lot on her hands, and she's thanked me many days that it's just been a terrible day, but she didn't have to deal with every single kid because I was also in the classroom helping out.
If you have a small group of kids and you have 1 or 2 students out of, say, a group of 7 that's not making the progress that we need to see, it's nice because the America Reads tutors can pull that one student and go back over a lesson or back over some of the material, you know, that the students were not getting at that time. And usually what ends up happening is the next day we'll come back in and that child's caught up to speed.
She was a 5th grade student, and she didn't read at home and didn't have a very good relationship with books, and by the end of the semester she was carrying 2 or 3 books around at a time with her and sometimes getting in trouble for reading in class. But you know, she had turned into a student who loved to read.
Kids really appreciate you and like seeing you, and their smiles light up, and it's nice with that connection with PLU, because in a community like this, some of these kids don't have those mentors. They don't have those young adults who they can connect with. So it's nice to see that they can have that role model, people they connect with, who are in college, who are aspiring to what we want those kids to aspire to.
I think it's really important that these kids learn to read not just as a chore for school, but to learn to read for pleasure as well, and to make reading fun and enjoyable. And I think that they, you know, not only do they need a good foundation for school for the rest of their lives, but they can also find out that it's fun, and they can, you know, enter other worlds and lives outside of their own, and kind of experience the world through books. And I think that's a great lesson for them, and hopefully one they'll take with them for a long time.